Melton, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in McKinney, Texas. And today we're on day 29 of our 30 days of gratitude. Seems like it's flown by. And also day 11 of our 12 days of crafting. So we're almost to the end, and then I have something special that I'll share with you tomorrow afternoon about how things are going to continue on my YouTube channel. Today I want to say again, I know I've said before how thankful I am for doctors that wouldn't give up on me and got me through my stage 4 esophageal cancer. But every time, and this morning I heard of another person whose family member has a stage 4 cancer, a different one. And anytime I hear about anyone that has a brain tumor, like my husband went through in 2004, I'm just reminded again how grateful I am that we got through these things and have just been blessed with so many extra years, and every day is a blessing. So I think you're going to be excited today about what's behind door number 11. I'll give you a hint. It's very shiny and sparkly. Let me turn the camera around and we'll get started. Okay, here is our 11th day. Let's get that in the camera view. And like I said, it is shiny and sparkly. If you've ever used, let's see, I don't think I should say the name brand, but it rhymes with Fickles or Tickles. Anyway, this is the same type thing. It's a glue product with shiny, sparkly bits of glitter in it. And you can see here, I went ahead and took one of our pieces because it does need to dry a bit, and put the shiny on there, my daughter's favorite color. And I'm also going to add it to an older card that we made back toward the beginning of the 30 Days of Gratitude that just looks like it could use a little bit of extra, and then I'll set it aside for it to dry. And it just comes out like glue. You can see, I don't know if you can see how shiny and sparkly it is there or not, but it's very sparkly. Let me wipe this off. Okay, I don't want to get it in the spot where I don't want it. So this had gold and it was kind of flat in here. So I'm just going to add little drops of this, and then we'll let it sit over here and dry. It'll probably be tomorrow before I show it to you again. I'll put a little bit in here. The way I love Wink of Stella, I mean, this is very similar, except it's a little thicker and has more color to it. So we'll let that dry because it will take a while. This one's pretty thick. So this one's been drying, probably a couple of hours. Let's set this out of the way before I stick my finger in it. Okay, now the card we're going to make today is pretty simple. Let me show you the pieces. This one is pretty in pink, and it's 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2, and scored again at 2 3/4. Or you could just turn it halfway back and give it a good burnish. Let me do that. Okay, then I cut a piece from our kit from day, I think it was day 2 that we had all the pretty designer paper. And this is 4 by 5 1/4. And again, normally our designer series paper has 2 sides of decoration. This is, I guess you'd say, an outlier. It's not the typical paper. Try and get that in there straight. All right. Then I took one of these from day 9 and measured it, and it's 3 by 4. So I cut a piece of flirty flamingo rather, at 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 to give it a, ooh, that's pretty too though. But I want to put my message on this side. I really like that. Oh well, some tough choices. Let's put the glue on there and center that. All right. Now, I've said before with pink, I really like to use a gray and not a black that's so stark. So I'm using the Big Wishes stamp from the set. I'm sorry, Big Thanks. Okay, that's something I can show you that's kind of cool. It didn't sit down there straight, but the thing about the photopolymer stamps is you can put them into a different shape. You can bend them and make them go different directions. But I did want this one straight, so we'll try that again. That looks better. All right, I only get one shot at this, so make sure my ink is inked up well. Remember, no smushing, just several light taps. And let's see what we get. All right, Big Thanks. I love how the lettering on the big is big. All right, I'll set that aside. And I'm going to wait to pop him up. First thing I want to do is try and get, looks like I need about 1/3 of my space here to have glue on this edge. So let's do that. So this is going to create a flap for us. I want it to get quite a bit of glue because it will probably get opened and shut several times. Okay, and now I want to put this piece like that. I want it, that's the same size. I'm sorry, I think I said this is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. So is this basic white. It's 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. So that they line up behind each other and match. And the best way I've found to do this is to line it up exactly behind your other piece. All right. All right, that looks fine. And then we'll just shut the card. And give it a good smooching around. There we go. And it does line up. You don't see the white until you open it up. I'm going to put a little bow. This is also from day 9. That won't show good. You could also add another panel here if you have more to write, or you could add a different color, a different piece there. That would be pretty. Whoops. All right, and now I want to use dimensionals to pop our little butterfly up. You know, I think I want to just cut some. This is off of the smaller dimensionals. And I'll just use some edge here. The nice thing about edge pieces is you can cut them to a custom shape or size. That part's nice. And I'll just pull that off. And there's our Big Thanks. Like I said, this part's already dry because it's been drying a couple of hours. You can see this one's starting to dry where it was just the smallest pieces. Where I put the big pieces, the big points, that one is going to take probably a couple of hours to dry. So I will show that one to you tomorrow on our last day. And I will also let you know what we'll be doing going forward. And thank you for joining me for all these. I mean, 29 days you stuck with me. I really, really appreciate you. Remember to give me a like and a thumbs up if you learned anything or enjoyed any of this, and I will see you tomorrow.